I'm actually neutral on Haskins. I don't know to be excited. I don't know to be disappointed. I think he has a chance, but these quarterbacks are 50-50, so I'm all in. Let's do it. I hope it works. But what made the first round for me was moving up and getting Sweat. And like Valdez, I don't argue with him. I said it the day they did it. He can't die, though. He's got to be available. He's got to play.
Nobody could die.
No, apparently he maybe could. He can't. He's got to be healthy.
I don't think he's going to die.
That's the pick that made the draft for me.
And hold on. That's not a Kyle Smith move.
Anybody would have done that.
No, you can't say that, Rick. That's Bruce Allen trading back up to get a guy that they had on their board. That's not Kyle Smith.
Kyle Smith is it Kyle Smith saying the value's too good here?
No, that's not his job. He's the director of college scouting. He scouts the players and says, these are great players. These were on our board.
He sets
Bruce
the board.
Allen goes, oh, shoot, this guy's high up on our board. I'm going to make the move up and get him. You have to give Bruce Allen credit.
I don't.
You have to.
Well,
I don't.
Okay, maybe you give him credit, but don't act like it's hard for somebody to realize when a guy's a top 5 talent that has slipped all the way to 26 that it makes sense to make that move.
Well,
You're acting like it's the boldest move ever.
How come 29 other GMs didn't do it?
I don't know.
A lot of them had him off their board, and they might have been right when the guy strokes out in the second game.
Well, everyone's jockeying saying,
I
can't believe
Bruce Allen defending behind that glass over there.
He's just trying to stir a little debate.
No, I'm not.
He's bored.
I'm all in on this.
Yeah, it's a great pick. I give Bruce zero credit because Bruce is a doofus and a buffoon. I just met him.
Even A-Wad would walk into that war room and see Montez Sweat sitting there at 26. Now, he probably couldn't get the numbers right as to which picks to trade, but he would say, we should probably bring Sweat into the building.
Bruce doesn't even know why they moved up to pick him. All he knows, because he probably doesn't know a thing about him, all he knows is he was high up on Kyle's board, and it was just too good a value. And you had Jay breathing down his neck, and you had some other guys in the room probably breathing down his neck and say, okay, we got your quarterback, we got your guy. Can we now get an edge rusher?
Let's hear what he says about Sweat. Let's see if he talks about life goals or he actually talks about some football traits.
He has those rare traits that the length, the size, the speed is very rare. He's very productive at Mississippi State, over 20 sacks the last 2 years. And then at the Senior Bowl, he competed against the best players. And from talking to his coaches and the way our coaches and scouts felt about him, that's why we made the move to move up into the first round and feel like we got two of the best players in this draft.
I don't care that he has two hearts.
There gave you some football, information.
A little bit.
But he also did say our scouts really liked him. So
right, of course.
I'm sure they were all in his
But
ears.
I think what Drab's trying to say is that your favorite pick of the draft was engineered by Bruce Allen, and you can't come to grips with that.
What do you mean I can't come to grips with it?
Because
you gave the final okay, I assume, but
he's the one pulling the trigger.
He's the one, I guess, ultimately.
Trade.
But I mean, sure, I just don't give him credit. Sorry, I don't. The guy's a buffoon. He's a moron.
Well, maybe you've misdiagnosed him as a moron.
It's not true. He's a spectacular moron.
He's smart enough to trade up to get the player you wanted.
Well,
I didn't necessarily want him. I wanted an edge rusher. Anybody, edge rusher. I would have been happy with Burns.
And we'll see if it works out. He could end up being a Preston Smith.
Yeah, I liked Preston Smith too at the time. But
he's not going to give you any positive feedback on Bruce Allen.
Yeah, I will give you zero.
Well, what do you think, Lurch? You give Bruce a little bit of credit in this draft.
I don't, I'm not as hard on Bruce Allen as Bickle is. Now, I'm not a Redskins fan, but I don't know what is discussed in those war rooms. I have no idea. I would assume that Gruden had something to do with it there. Obviously Kyle Smith too. But I'll give him credit for moving up.
I give Bruce credit for the last couple of drafts.
I'll say this.
I don't. I give
Bruce
him all
Allen,
Kyle Smith.
Bruce Allen couldn't have picked Montez Sweat out of the lineup.
No, he needs help from
He's a
Kyle Smith
delegator.
Of course.
and the personnel
He wasn't
department.
scouting him.
But
he doesn't know jack about him.
But we don't know what was discussed there. I assume that he had something to do with moving up, so I'll give him credit
It's like
for that.
giving credit to like a radio GM or something for what the radio shows do. You can't really give credit to the GM. I mean, the shows do it.
Yeah, but you give credit to a movie producer that wins best film, even though they're not directing, they're not acting, they're not doing the CGI.
Maybe. I don't know the movie business. So you say so. You say so.